Hello, welcome back to our MekHQ campaign, Raven Acquisitions. In the last episode, we had a battle. We earned some sea bills, some cash, and in this one, we also managed to discover the ultimate objective there, the main objective of the mission, which is this comm center. So that is something we will have to deal with. And in the briefing room here, we can see that the enemy has quite a lot of battle value. We are being reinforced, which is nice. They seem to have a lot going on. So what I would really like to do is I would really like to try to reinforce. Let's save our campaign, by the way. Oh, hang on. We already have this saved. Okay. Oh, yeah, we saved it from last time. I'd really like to try to reinforce with my maneuver squad, or my maneuver lance, essentially here. Oh, we have no... All right, hang on. Let's get a pilot in there. Give them a veteran pilot. Hopefully that'll help with that Vulcan. Okay. So what we can do is we can drop in reinforcements in the form of Baker Lance. We'll commit. I run the numbers. If we reinforce now, here's our likelihood of success. Forces assigned to maneuver or auxiliary duties are more likely to succeed than others. The target number is currently 10. So for each SP spent, the target number is reduced by 2. So should be 8 down to 6. So let's try to reinforce. Nice, we have both lances involved there now. Excellent. That should help us, because this is like a, what was it, outpost. So that's probably like an urban map. So we need a little bit of jumping power, and I think we have a Phoenix Hawk and a Vulcan in that squad, or squad, in that lance. So let's advance a day here. We need to get to the 19th. Let us save our game, because I did put that pilot in there. I don't want to, um, you know, forget about that. Okay. So let's give this a try. We're starting in the southeast. So let's commence the drop. We need to prevent 75% of designated units from leaving the area. Turrets, so it's destroyed if turrets are destroyed. So we don't want to kill the turrets if possible. We need to, okay, we'll take a look at it in a minute. This is the biggest force that we are deploying yet. All right, we need to kill 75% of FedCom Alliance Op 4. We need to leave intact 75% of base defense and prevent 75% of evacuating units from leaving. Okay. Sweet. 75%, 75%, 75%. Fine. Marsha. Got a couple of friendly trebuchets backing us up. The 5J, what is that? 1 LRM-15. So, oh, it made it jumpy, but took away its firepower. That's not fantastic. Of course, some of our pilots are not great here, so I think calling in the reinforcements was worth the use of our resupply points. Why can't we deploy? Oh, we get minefields? Oh, I guess we snuck in and did some mining. I don't know. So the enemy starts in the center in this one. Yeah, they start in the center, so they're going to be in there somewheres. We'll be down here southeast. So are they gonna push out at us or what? How about we'll put a mine right here. We'll put a mine right here. We'll put a mine right here. We're basically finding little choke points where we know we can go around them, even if it costs us extra movement. And we'll put one right here. Done. I do like minefields. I really like minefields when I get to use them. I don't like them so much when I have to play against them. Wow, that is a lot of units in there. Okay, that is a LRM-5 with Artemis, AC-2, medium laser, small lasers. That's not really too much of a threat. And then back here looks like a big missile rack. 4 LRM-5s with Artemis. Okay. And then they've got, this isn't evacuating. This is Prowler, something back here. Forestry mech, heavy wheeled AP. So these are evacuating. What is this? Power Man, that's evacuating. And I can't see whatever else they have in there due to line of sight issues. Some infantry. Is this evacuating? It is. All right, so we need to get some machine guns over there. What do we? Does the Phoenix Hawk have machine? Oh, I can't deploy my Phoenix Hawk yet. Oh, they'll arrive later, I guess. All right, they are reinforcing. Okay, well, let's put the Warhammer down here. We are going to be like right under the guns of these things, but that's fine. Let's put the Warhammer down here. It has the machine guns on it. We'll put the Awesome down here to, you know what? We'll just put everything down here maybe. Oh, look at that. They've got Warhammer. That's a Marauder, or a Marauder 2. Marauder. Okay. We'll back it up with the Grand Dragon. Then we have our little Ostrak. It's a shame that that Warhammer's starting out in the Mind Hex. I think he reveals it automatically by being there. Well, let's start moving our Awesome forward. I think our goal early on should be to fire at those turrets and see if we can't start like knocking out the crew, stunning the crew, killing crew, things like that. Maybe like lock them up or something. Lock the turrets, that is. Okay. Well, twist with Odin. 13s to hit there. This is the medium turrets. So this is the missile turret. This is the AC turret. Let's fire the missile turret first. We're gonna put 2 PPC rounds into it. What is that doing in there? What is that? That's a Warhammer? Did he like, he went through the building? Okay, fine. Grand Dragon can put a PPC and LRMs. I have to twist PPC and LRMs there. It'll cost me some heat. What about this infantry? Tends to hit. So let's stick with trying to hit this up here. We're just going to fire one large laser. Ostrak is not a great mech. I'm really looking forward to someday when we have more resources. I'm going to fire at this one just because it's easier to hit. Boom, boom. Cool. Did we do anything? Oh my gosh. Trebuchet immediately takes 2 engine hits through armor criticals. I hope that's the jumpy one. Our reinforcements arrive in round 6, so we just have to, you know, hold hold fast, hold fast. All right, go go go, go go go. I don't want to. I don't want to land on the pavement there if I can avoid it. Then this is the Ostrak. Again, I don't want to land on pavement if I can avoid it. There we go. Let's get the Warhammer in here. He's like a 5/5 pilot, so he's not even that good with What is this? Archers hit by falling debris. He fell, suffering 28 damage. Oh, he tried to climb. He went into climb mode, tried to climb the building, and it looks like it collapsed on him. Well, that sucks for him, man. He took 28 damage plus another 7. That's hilarious. That's fantastic. Okay. All right. Let's there he is. Look at him over there. The fool. Let's keep pounding. We're gonna volley fire the awesome. That's the way you fight with him. You do 3 shots, 2 shots, 3 shots, or sometimes you go 3-3-2, depending on how mobile you plan on being. Done. How about I try to focus on some of this infantry here? Actually, they're kind of hard to hit. My pilot isn't great, to be fair. What is this? Oh, that's an LRM carrier. Okay, that's actually kind of dangerous. All right. Well, if I can hit with any of these machine guns, I'll be good. Okay. Well, I jammed one of the LRM-5s at least. Oh, nice. The engine destroyed, vehicle immobile. Uh, cool. Very cool. All right, we're getting there. I can kick. No, we're not going to kick on a 9. He's likely to just fall over on his face. Okay, I still feel like we're a little bit outnumbered and outgunned here due to their defensive positions. But things are going okay right now. They're not going too bad. Let's go like this with the awesome Grand Dragon can run up here, right? And face that way and prepare to start moving into the city, maybe? At least give the enemy something else to think about. Oh, hang on, they just hit mines. Look at that. This little vedette tank just got schmacked by mines. That is wonderful. Okay. The Ostrock, I don't even know what to do with him. He's not great. We know that much. He's not great, but maybe we can move him down here. And then the Warhammer, how tall are these buildings? Height 4. So if I get in here like this, the infantry will still be on me. So what if I go like this? The infantry will still probably be on me. Oops. We can view. We can't select. We can view. So they're 3-5 movements, or 3-3. So we're going to select the Warhammer. They can move right there. I can turn like this. Kind of hide behind the building a bit. What's going on in there? Oh, he hit the mine. Right, he lost 1 movement point. He lost his AC. The Power Man hit a mine. He lost the whole leg. He's down. He's evacuating. That's an evacuating force. He's just gone. Okay. Want to check out the battle value here in a minute. Don't aim, but we're going to fire some shots into that LRM carrier. What's attacking me? What is this? Infantry. Oh, there's a hover transport right under my feet. Right, well, I can shoot this archer. Boom. And 8s to hit. You know, we'll fire off a medium as well. Awestruck, we're going to twist. We're going to fire the small weapons at the infantry. Need 8s, but if I can land a SRM salvo, that will really take the wind out of their sails. 10s to hit the APC. You know what? Big boy there should be able to kick them. So we're going to fire some small weapons. LRM carrier down. Hit the fuel tank. mechanized platoon down to the awestruck. That's an evacuating force. Pulse laser rifles on that mechanized track platoon. That's a good unit. All right, let's give the 7 to kick. We'll take it. That's just an average roll. Skip. We failed. Needed a 7, roll a 6. It's okay. You know what? Maybe we didn't need the reinforcements, but there's still a marauder in there. Marauder plus an archer, although the archer inside a town isn't that great, and a warhammer. All right. I really hate using my awesome as an initiative sync, but you got to do what you got to do. What's going on at the board edge? Oh, some of the evacuators are leaving. What about this one? It's also an evacuator. We can move the Grand Dragon right here and turn this way. We can move the Warhammer up here and deploy all his anti-infantry weapons. The Trebuchet has fled the battle. It's our ally. Oh, hey, the Marauder hit some mines. The heavy wheeled APC has fled. The forestry mech has fled. All right, let's twist. How many weapons do they have left? They've got one LRM-5, and this has two AC-5s or two AC-2s. Well, I don't have anything else I can shoot at really, so we'll put 2 shots into that. The AC, just try to jam it up. That Marauder, how's he looking? His legs are pretty stripped. If I can score 1 hit on his left leg or whatever it was, that would be delicious. We're gonna twist. 12s to hit. 7s. There we go. That's a little bit better. Fire. Done. We're going to put our little weapons here into the infantry again. Needing 7s. All right, so we hit we stunned the crew and we took out one of the ACs. So they are pretty hurt there. Did I miss with like miss with my machine guns? Well, that's not great. I can't really. I could like punch the building, which doesn't do me any good. I can kick 5, step on a couple of guys. We got like one more round before our reinforcements get here. Let's move the awestruck. Go here and try to catch that prowler that's running away. It's not like the main mission we have here, but you know. The Grand Dragon, I think, is going to stay still and keep shooting at that Marauder. Try to hope for a leg hit. All right, Odin, what do you got here? Twist. We can see the archer, but he's very difficult to hit. I've got nothing else I can shoot at, so I'm just going to hold fire. Actually, I'm going to shoot at this medium laser turret. All right, time to shoot that Marauder. And if I'm going to stand still, I might as well fire quite a bit at him. Twist. And nothing for the Awestruck to attack. And the Warhammer is shooting at the infantry. They're not out in the open this time. So what if I fire at this carrier? Need 10s to hit. Eh. Well, there goes the other trebuchet. Let's kick the infantry. Kick the infantry. They both missed. Ay caramba. All right, how's the battle value looking here? So they did have a little bit leave the battlefield, but most of it's still on the field. Hey, I can deploy here at the edge of the board. So this is the Orion. We're gonna kind of go like this into the city. There we go. The Centurion can be back here. We have a Vulcan with his jumpy little jumperson and a Phoenix Hawk with jumpy little jumperson. You can't quite get into the forest. What if I go like this? Just, well, that archer's still going to have the advantage on me because he's got partial cover. What is this thing? Is this retreating? No, it's just up 4. That's fine. Well, let's move the Orion. And the Centurion. I have a feeling that Prowler is going to retreat as soon as it can. How's my Grand Dragon looking? Armor. He's taking some hits to his left side, so we're going to turn him. Turn him like this. Cool. And that lured out the Warhammer, or the Marauder. And it looks like that Prowler did retreat off the table. And the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, he's gone. So let's put some shots into that tank. 7s to hit. That's average. We will go for it. We'll commit to it. They're clearly not remembering the weapons setup that I used for this Orion. Trying to do save weapon order. Skip. We're gonna twist to get my little weapons here online. I'm gonna fire all my little guns here at this tank. And then we're gonna fire all our little weapons at this Marauder and hope for a leg hit. The good news is if he kicks my Grand Dragon, he'll be kicking the right leg and not the left because of his positioning there. Okay, the Vedette tank is gone. Oh, that archer is shooting swarm missiles at everyone over here. Well, we can punch. We can kick. Well, I got kicked, lost my leg, and went down. Lovely. Fantastic. Well, we'll have to abandon that Warhammer. So let's do that first. Let's select the Warhammer and we will eject. He's going to get hurt. He's definitely going to get hurt. There's really nothing we can do about it. Let's back the Grand Dragon up like this. Get the Ostrock in there. This is the Centurion. This is the Vulcan, which we can start jumping. We're just looking for a good building to land on. 67. He is a 40-ton mech. They have to do. Well, he can't land that high, can he? Actually, he should. Should be able to land up there. 41. 78. That'll do. Then the Phoenix Hawk is 45 tons. I'm just going to jump him over here. Well, the pilot's dead. He wasn't a great pilot anyway. He was a 5.5, but you still don't want to lose your people like that. But it's, they say, kill the meat, save the metal. Still nothing that the Orion can do. But a lot of these little guns shooting my way. What? Oh, come on. Really? Through armor critical? Double engine hit on the Vulcan? The Vulcan doesn't get particularly hot with that AC2, but it's still really annoying. I hate how they're just camping. They're camping inside these buildings. Or inside this this town. I wanted to call it a fortress because it feels like a fortress at this point, but all right. Vulcan. Jeez Louise, really? Well, let's get him out of here. Can't afford to take another engine hit. That'll wipe him out. Uh, what is that? Is that infantry? Oh, it's a pilot. We can't do that. Let's just move like that. We'll get our Centurion in the fight. Grand Dragon's going to have to... How's he looking? His left leg's not good. His right leg's not good. So we will back up. And we're going to back up with Odin to try to get him over here to help out eventually. I already have no targets. Wasn't there an archer? Is this the archer? It is. Right, why is I'm shooting this Warhammer now? Only need 5s, so why not? Alright, scoring some criticals on that Marauder at last. Skip, skip. What's the enemy got? They still have 71% of their force left. We're going to get Odin moving there. We're going to back up. Let's get our Vulcan. Why is this thing smoldering? Because the engine hits. It's probably also at really high heat. It's at 11 right now, but we're going to jump to the board edge if we can. Looks like we can get behind this Warhammer. That means taking a volley from these LRM-5s, but I think it's worth it. No hits there. I can hit 10s. I mean, you take what you can get at this point. We really have bad shots. Like, this town really stinks to fight in. Twist. The AI is doing pretty well. So he's standing in 84. So he's a 75-ton mech. So why don't I just collapse the building he's standing in? Skip. Did I even hit the Warhammer in the back last time? No, not really. Alright, so we're gonna try to punch through in the back if we can. We'll at least collapse the building he's standing on. There he goes. He took some damage to his rear torso, which will, it'll be a little, it'll help us later on in the adventure. Give him a kick. The Vulcan's at 17 heat. He's building up heat for jumping. So let's use the Vulcan, please. More. So he's going to move, like so. The Grand Dragon, how tall is this building? 4. So I can run like this, and I can get eyes on the Marauder if I do that, but then he has eyes on me, and I am, let's do it. Let's give it a shot. And then we can move the Centurion in. We'll move the Orion in. Oh, hang on. That hovercraft move, that's what I wanted. Okay, now we can move the Orion. And the Ostrock. And the Phoenix Hawk is going to... How's the armor on this archer look? Still pretty good. The rear armor doesn't look great. Can I jump? Here I can. So I'm going to jump there. Facing the medium turret. So it's shooting us in the front at least. And we're just going to put everything that we can into this downed marauder. Hope for the best. Twist and shoot at this, or downed warhammer, I'm sorry. Fire. Done. Twist. Now we have him in a moment of weakness here. We may as well try to take advantage of it. Skip. We've got a Phoenix Hawk right here. I can actually twist and fire my machine guns into the infant. It's protected by the building, never mind. Twist and shoot at this stupid turret here. Maybe we'll get lucky and... What the heck, man? Everything went to my right torso. I gotta get the Phoenix Hawk out of there now. Yeah, like all their shots hit my torso. The right torso. Jeez. The heck is going on here? Alright, the Vulcan. 19 heat. It is shut down over there. That's fine. He'll wake up in a turn or two. I can retreat him off the table. Vulcan. We're going to select the Vulcan. Can we retreat while we're shut down? No, we can't. So we're just going to skip his movement. We're going to start marching the awesome over here. Let's get the Orion involved. We'll move the dragon like this. The Ostrock, actually the Centurion's going to move. And then like that. And we need to get this Phoenix Hawk out of here. Jump him and hide him like over here. That was not good. Check out the armor on this thing. Look at this. Select the Phoenix Hawk. Every single shot went to the right torso. That is obnoxious. Alright, we're dumping everything into this Marauder. Twist. The Ostrock's going to fire at the Warhammer. And the Centurion's going to twist. Fire at the Warhammer. And hopefully we can knock him down. Phoenix Hawk, you're just hiding over here. Cool. Lower leg hit to that Warhammer. That might be enough to put him down. And he fell. Cool. Now I think the last thing we really have to focus on is that archer, and this will be over. Skip. Give him a punch in the back of the head. Skip. And skip. Punched him in the rear torso. All right, the Vulcan is alive. So we're going to flee the battlefield with him. Live to fight another day. The Phoenix Hawk is going to jump up here and hide. Putting my back to those missile turrets just in case they can find a way to shoot at me. I literally have more armor on my rear than I do on my front right now. The Centurion, where did he take damage? Oh, just to his. Okay, he's still got armor left. He's okay. Orion needs twos. He'll be okay. We're just going to back up just to get out of the minimum range of my PPCs. I'm going to back up. We're going to go like back up. This has been a long battle, by the way. Jeez. Back up. There we go. The Warhammer is on his feet after a minor fall. And we're just going to dump everything to the rear of this Marauder. And we're going to twist and start going toe to toe with this archer at close range. He's got a couple of medium lasers. But I've got more than that. And we are starting to redline our mechs a little bit here. We're in a position where we have to. We need to start knocking these mechs down if we can. Oh, nice. We hit the machine gun on the Warhammer. Warhammer down again. Skip. Kick. Skip. And skip. There we go. Marauder down with damage to his lower leg. That's going to make it so it's harder for him to stand up. All right. What's the battle value looking like here? 52%. I need to get him down to 25%. So all we have to do, not asking too much at all, right? So how's this Marauder looking? He's currently a 2-3. So we're going to take the Grand Dragon and run him up here like this. Like this. We're going to run the Awesome forward. So now we're within kicking range. Boy, that Warhammer is on his feet, isn't he? All right, well, I'm just going to go like that. The Centurion, still looking okay, actually. Not horrible. So just going to go like that. I don't want to trade kicks with that archer if I can avoid it. He's still got good leg armor. I can just back up. Actually, I can back up like this. No. I can back up like this. So if I really have to, I can put shots into the Warhammer. All right, so the Awesome was overheating, so I'm only going to fire a couple of PPCs here, plus the small laser. Done. We can fire the AC-10. That's almost no heat. This is just mindless. This is brutal. Like there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just a complete slugfest. Their guys keep standing up every time they get knocked down. It did say that they were a veteran force, but the stats don't, you know, they don't say that. They're not fantastic pilots or anything. They're just getting very good rolls. Cool. He's about that Warhammer's just a, there goes his gyro. All right, so he's down. He's yeah, he's destroyed by center torso. He's cored. He's gone. And apparently I just whiffed on this Marauder. So let's trade kicks. Right, his leg is gone. So he's down. He might be forced to eject. We still need to take away 15% of their battle value. All right, Phoenix Hawk, you're just going to keep chilling right here in the bushes, in the trees. We're going to walk the Ostrak down here, get in the archer's face, kind of muzzle stuff him as far as his movement goes. The Centurion is going to just get out of dodge for the moment. How's my armor look? Actually, I still got pretty good armor. So I can take a little bit more damage from these turrets. I don't want to. Actually, I'm just going to go like this. No, I can't even go like that. What if I go like this? Yeah. All right. I'm still taking more damage from the turrets. The archer went through an unknown basement, and he messed up his leg. Oh, he hit the mines. That's interesting. I don't know why it says basement. Well, no shots with the Orion. We're going to do a little bit of spitballing here. And this really should be the end of it. This has been awful. What a bloody way to essentially finish the contract. Right, let's give him a kick. Skip. We're just going to give the Martyr one kick. Right arm blown off. That should force an ejection, maybe. If he doesn't have an arm to prop up with, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He's at 30%. We need to get rid of 5% of their battle value. Yeah, that's it right there. He just ejected. So we're going to move like that. We're going to get the Orion out of the way here. The Grand Dragon's going to hide right here. The Ostrak, I don't know. What can I even do with him? Back him up this way just to get him a little bit of a movement modifier. Then the Centurion's just going to hide down here. Phoenix Hawk's going to keep hiding. The Marauder's gone. Nothing to shoot at with the Awesome. I guess we'll shoot at this Archer. Just try to knock him down so he doesn't kick me. I don't want to shoot at the turrets. Yeah, I hit him in the hip and the foot. He's going down. Cool. That's it. Skip physicals. What a slugfest. Done and done. Victory. We managed to maintain the facility because we didn't destroy. We maintained 75% of the turrets. Done. It's going to be a huge repair bill. It's going to be offset a little bit. We did retain control. Everything survived. So our bill's going to be a little offset by the fact that we basically captured a few mechs. So next, the Warhammer pilot's gone. He is dead. Nope, these did not escape. The foot platoon did. And the hover transport escaped. That's fine. So everything else is essentially money. So the Marauder's good. The Warhammer, not worth a whole lot anymore, but the Archer's worth a decent amount. We're going to need that just to repair ourselves here. Next. So the Archer goes to the Orion. The Marauder goes to the Awesome. The Power Man goes to... Who was over there? I think the Grand Dragon was shooting at the Power Man, right? We're going to say the Grand Dragon. And then that's that. Next. Objective status. We have forced withdrawal of that Archer and the Foot Platoon. And then we did not force the withdrawal of the turrets, so facility would be destroyed and removed if it's complete. Instead, we've preserved it, and we also prevented these forces from reaching the edge of the map. Although that the Prowler did get away. Oh, that's not good. So it's a draw. It's a draw on the mission, I think. Huh, we're going to find out, I guess. We got that. We preserved this stuff. Okay, I think that's it. Next. And finish. See, he's just getting a payout, I guess. I don't know. Is that the dead pilot? I don't understand what that is. Personnel. That's this guy. He's yeah, he's dead. He's just gone. Okay. Well, that means we need a new pilot for the Warhammer. So we'll assign them a veteran pilot. Hopefully a little bit better than the last one. Although he went down fighting. He did his best. So we have no mech right leg here. So we're going to have to order that. So we need to find parts needed reports and order everything. Or order, this one's in transit. This is for the Centurions. This is for the Warhammer. We need to order that. It's going to be a long time before it gets to us, however. So in the meantime, we have to go to the repair area here and work on our stuff. These are pretty easy tasks. So we can do mass, hang on, the Vulcan engine. That's what I wanted to get a good technician working on. Here's the elite tech. We don't want to lose that engine. So he successfully fixed it. It cost 64,000. Oh, we're up to 25. How much money did we make? We made 5.6 million. Is there anything else that? So this is still. This here took engine. No, it didn't take engine hits. It was losing its losing its body essentially. All right. So let's mass repair. Oh, select active units. And this stuff should get done in time. Now we go to the briefing room, and tomorrow we have another battle, this turning point here, This is with Charlie Lance. So we have to deploy Charlie Lance into here. They're still okay. Hang on, let me make sure I have pilots in all my mechs now. Charlie Lance is down to 3 mechs now. In fact, yeah, they're just down to 3 mechs. So let's send Charlie Lance in. We're not sending in any reinforcements because that means that's more mechs that have to get to the other side of the battlefield. But we'll do that. Then we go to the next day. So advance the day to the 20th. And then we have another irregular force suppression. Looks like a lot of our mechs are repaired now. So we're going to need irregular force suppression. We might just have to ignore that one. You know what? They have almost no battle values. We can send in gosh, we can send in Bakerlands because they still have the Vulcan for jumping. It said Fortress City. So that's what we'll have to do. And that'll be for next time. So we have to do this one, and we have to do that one. Although we could probably just ignore it because we're so far ahead at this point. We have 8 campaign victory points. We can actually give up one of these scenarios. What if we just auto resolve this? What happens when you auto? I just want to see. We're going to save the game. We're just going to see what happens if you auto resolve this tactic withdrawal. What is this? This team 2 won the scenario. I don't understand. Oh, okay. Well, we're not doing that. We're going to load the campaign. That would be today. That's 317. Is that what we just did? It's the 19th. Open. Huh. I don't know what that is either. Anyhow, let's take a look at the briefing room. All right, so we're back where we started. Okay, so the save is good. I'll see you next time. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, what an episode.